Hi, and thanks for joining me. As you would have seen from those opening scenes, the weather has been a bit gloomy recently. Some days it's misty and dull all day long, so not very pleasant. I've done a little job on the boat that I'm going to show you. Today is Friday the 18th of December. Yesterday I went for a walk into the village. It was a circular route. I left the marina via Bridge 18, walked along the Towpath down to Bridge 17 and then connected with the Bridleway that runs right into the village. So I'm going to show you that in a moment. I came back slightly different route. I walked up past the church and I popped into the church, so you'll see the local parish church. And then I came back into the marina via the gated entrance. So yesterday was a much brighter day, I have to say, much brighter. Today is completely different. It's been raining all night and it's just not pleasant at all. I had hoped to film this scene actually outside, but I'm not going out there at the moment. One thing I do need to remind you of is Wednesday the 23rd of December at 7 PM Greenwich Mean Time, when we hold our next live stream. That's the four of us from Go Narrowboating, Ian, Steve, Gary and myself, plus we have special guests Fran and Rich from Floating Our Boat and David from Cruising the Cut. So please make a note of that in your diary if you haven't already done so. I will be posting on Facebook a live link to that, so please look out for that on my Narrowboat Venture Facebook page. I've just decided on a moment of impulse that I'm going to tidy up the fast cement work I did between the stovepipe and the collar. I've been meaning to do it for some while, and suddenly I thought, yes, I'm going to crack on and get that done. I'm wanting to light the stove, and I thought, well, now would be a good time to do it. I've already tidied up around the collar, so all I need to do now is paint it. That's soon done. Got myself some new walking boots. The others were letting in water, so bought these instead. They're actually the same make as the previous ones. Just hope they're going to be as comfortable. Let's see if I can tuck my trousers in these socks. It's not something I normally do. I don't think they're really designed for it, but it could be muddy. It seems to work, doesn't it? Let's get the other one out. Well, I'm ready for the off. I'll let you know what I'm doing once I'm underway. I'm walking into the village to post a birthday card for my daughter. It's not her birthday for a few days yet, and I had intended to go tomorrow, but it's such a lovely day today and tomorrow isn't very promising, so I thought I'd nip out today. I'm going to walk down the Bridleway, which runs sort of parallel to the marina in a way. You'll see when I get there. Look at that sky behind me. Incredible, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. It's a lovely day. I was actually planning to walk up through there, but as it's still fenced off like that, I think I should leave it. But there are no cows or anything in the field. I think I best take the longer route round by the towpath. Oopsie daisy. It's very difficult to see the towpath. The sun is in my eyes. It's certainly very muddy. Need to take care, but my new boots are very comfortable, which is a great help. There's not much more to do now on the towpath. I'm nearly at bridge 17, where I can hop up and get onto the Bridleway. Just look down the canal and I'll set off. I have walked along here before. It's quite firm, which is good. A few puddles, but nothing to worry about. This is where I would have come out if I'd taken the shorter route. It's quite an enjoyable walk. I'm glad I came out today and not tomorrow when the weather shouldn't be so good. A lot of flies around, those little annoying ones that cluster together. I'm nearly at the end of the Bridleway now. We're coming out onto a proper piece of road in a minute. This used to be the local village store and post office. I have heard there's a Christmas tree up somewhere. I think it's near the memorial, so I'm just going to walk up there and see if I can find it. This is the Nightly Arms, which is now under new management. This property is called the Old Gable, the thatched roof property I'm passing. I can actually see the Christmas tree in the distance now. It's just beyond the memorial, as I thought it was. Sounds like the children have just come out of school, and I can see them, a whole load of them. In fact, the school is behind me, so they must be returning to school. I'm walking up to the church now. Uphill. Terrible, isn't it? Just about there now. This is All Saints Church behind me, a very typical parish church. Although this seems a bit squidgy, it is very firm underfoot. It is an old tarmac road. As I'm walking out of the village, I'll come up to Skew Bridge in a minute, which runs over the canal. We'll have a look to see if there's any movements, but it's most unlikely. Well, I'm back in the marina now. I would have shown you coming through the gate, but I had to have some words with someone who was parked there, so I thought it wise not to. But I'm walking up the hill. When I get to the top, the marina will be right in front of me. I don't know if you can tell, but it's blowing up quite a bit now. Very windy indeed. Not far now, and I'll be back. I'm not sure what time I left. I've been gone about an hour and a quarter, I should think. There's a chill in the air now. As I said earlier, it's getting windy again. The sun has disappeared. I'll be glad to get back on the boat. I think I'll probably light a fire today. I haven't had one the last couple of days. I've just relied on the heating, central heating that is. It hasn't been so cold, but we'll see. Can't beat a warming fire, that's what I say. Really something to look forward to. Well, the boat is in sight now. I'll be glad to get in, to be honest. I'm safe underneath the canopy. Well, I enjoyed my walk, I have to say. I don't really walk as much as I should, so I'm very pleased about that. Good to get out, get the fresh air. It's a really cosy spot here. There's not a lot of space, but I'm sat by the fire. I can relax, I can put my feet up if I want to, and just chill out. Watch the telly, do whatever I want. When I looked at the film that I'd taken in the canopy, I thought how bland it looked to the background. I actually shot the end scene as well out there. I'm now doing it again because it was so awful. I have actually got some decorations up in the boat and some lights, but I'm not actually sure you can see them that well. The camera doesn't seem to pick them up. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that walk into the village and a look at the nativity scenes and so forth. Something slightly different to usual. I don't really walk as much as I should these days. Years ago when I was younger, I used to do a lot of walking on Dartmoor, particularly with my children. We used to do something called letterboxing. I'm not going to go into that now, but it was quite interesting. Those of you that have heard of it will know what I'm talking about. It's a sort of old-fashioned version of geocaching, which some of you may be familiar with, but used to do walking on Dartmoor nearly every week or every other week, so but I'm going back into the 90s and so forth. Anyway, where am I? I've actually had to make some notes because having recorded this once, I need to remember what I was saying. One of the things I said earlier, which you wouldn't have heard obviously, was that my Christmas video will be published on Christmas Eve, the 24th of December, but I expect you know that. Right, I wish I could read my my notes. I just scribbled them down. I can't read what I've put. What don't do is don't walk, don't talk as much. I was going to say that for those of you who are not available on Christmas Eve, I'll send you my very good wishes now and hope you and your families have a most enjoyable time. I should also remind you, of course, that before we get to Christmas Eve, we've got the live stream at 7 p.m. on the 23rd of December, Greenwich Mean Time, with our special guests David and Fran and Rich. So I'm really hoping to see you all then, or as many of you as possible. It would be great to have you along. So I'm going to end this video as I usually do by wishing everyone well. In case I don't speak to you beforehand, have a very good Christmas. Many thanks for watching. I'm going to be producing some other videos shortly. I'll be talking more about that probably in my Christmas video, what my sort of plans are. I need to make a few changes and I'll be discussing that. So keep safe, keep well, look after yourselves, your friends and families. We have some very difficult times at the moment in the UK. I expect you would have seen that on your news. Christmas is not going to be the same for many of us over here. The chance to see our families and friends is virtually gone now. There are still permissions to do so over a few days at Christmas, but each of the devolved nations is looking at it in a different way. For myself, I will be by myself on the boat. I'm hoping to get out, so I'm looking forward to that. Christmas Eve does look a promising day, actually, looking at the weather forecast now, but what it will be like when we get there, who knows. So again, many thanks for watching, look after yourselves, and bye for now.